An angel made of money is watching over Sergio Perez. Despite the terrible season he's been having, his chances of holding on to his Red Bull seat for 2025 are at an all-time high, thanks to the arrival of fresh sponsorship support. Who is this mysterious benefactor? And how will it affect Red Bull down the line? Stay tuned to find out. Red Bull is a team divided. The sporting side wants Checo out to be competitive against McLaren, but management wants him to stay because of the money he brings to the table. With a contract through 2025, the Mexican driver is not only likely to finish the current season, but is also well positioned to start the next one with Red Bull. The rumours first claimed Perez would be out by Spa, facing a make-or-break 3-race test. When he surpassed that hurdle, predictions shifted to his retirement announcement at the Mexican Grand Prix, which notably didn't happen. The latest whispers envision his seat going to drivers like Liam Lawson, Franco Colapinto, Yuki Tsunoda, or even Carlos Sainz. Yet for 2024, it looks like the car will stay in the capable hands of the current number, 11. Without an ounce of doubt in his voice, Perez declared in Brazil that we'll be seeing him in Las Vegas, and even next year, signalling he's in the know. While Christian Horner remains cautious, and Helmut Marko and Jos Verstappen have both hinted at a potential lineup shake-up, Checo's determination to stay and the new sponsor support could help secure his spot on the grid. It's no secret that Sergio Perez's commercial appeal is a major factor in his continued presence at Red Bull. Perez's influence resonates strongly across Latin America, driving merchandise and ticket sales, and his star power was unmistakable at the Mexico City GP. Hailing from Jalisco, Perez is a magnet for fans, playing a pivotal role in filling the stands at 4 key events on the F1 calendar: Miami, Austin, Mexico City, and Las Vegas. Behind him stands the support of a 128 million-strong Mexican fan base and a vast potential market, underscoring his immense commercial value to the team. From a financial perspective, the numbers speak volumes. The brands associated with Perez not only cover his $10 million salary, but also reportedly bring in close to $30 million to Red Bull's coffers. And the man behind the funding is none other than Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim, the richest man in the world at one point. According to Marca, Sergio Perez has secured new influential sponsors for 2025, bolstering his bid to remain with Red Bull Racing. Alongside his existing backers, Red Bull recently greenlit a line of Perez-branded clothing and merchandise, a deal that required team approval, including a nod from Christian Horner and a thorough review by Red Bull's financial team. While the identity of Perez's new sponsor remains under wraps, the expanded list could include major brands tied to Carlos Slim's empire, such as Claro, Telcel and Infinitum, along with Interprotección, a global insurance firm that has long supported the Mexican driver. These sponsorships hinge on Perez staying in his Red Bull seat. Otherwise, they would follow him to a new team. The growing lineup also features companies like Banorte, KitKat, Jalisco, ESPN for Latin America, and even Uber Mexico, an impressive array that could fortify Checo's position on the 2025 grid. The sponsor money is saving him in more ways than one, because he is reportedly responsible for the most expensive crash damages of the 2024 Formula One season. He has racked up a huge bill for crash damages, earning him the top spot in an unofficial Destructors Championship. The 34-year-old leads this table, surpassing Logan Sargent, who topped the rankings in 2023, and Sauber's Zhou Guanyu, both of whom will be without a seat next year. Sargent has already been replaced by Franco Colapinto at Williams, meaning Perez's nearly £4 million in damages exceeds that of a drop driver, adding more pressure on Red Bull to consider a replacement for the Mexican driver. Sergio Perez has been responsible for huge crash damages across multiple races this season, including incidents in China, Imola, Monaco, Canada, Austria, Hungary, Azerbaijan, and Mexico. The total estimated damage bill stands at around £3.7 million, with the bulk of the cost stemming from a massive collision in Monaco involving Haas drivers Kevin Magnussen and Nico Hülkenberg. During the opening lap in Monaco, Magnussen clipped Perez's rear left, sending him into the barriers. The collision caused significant damage to both Magnussen and Hülkenberg's cars, ending their races early, while the repair costs for Perez's car reportedly exceeded £2 million, according to the Express. Red Bull advisor Helmut Marko commented on the Monaco incident in May, saying, "I was surprised how quickly they put this incident behind them. These are decisions that you can hardly influence. On the one hand, there is the danger, and on the other hand, the damage is €2 to €3 million. With the budget regulations, that is a big handicap for us. Another costly crash for Sergio Perez took place in Azerbaijan, where, on the penultimate lap, he collided with Ferrari's Carlos Sainz, ultimately ending both of their races. Former F1 driver Mark Webber discussed the incident on Channel 4, commenting on the impact of the crash for both drivers. It is a pathetic touch, an absolutely pathetic touch, with serious ramifications. Sergio is trying to get across into the toe. At this speed, it's fine margins. Sergio's repair bill this year is impressive. He's got more of the Ferrari in view. When you're looking in the mirror, you're not quite sure where he should be. Sergio should have given him more room to get down that straight. Since the passing of Dieter Mateschitz, Red Bull's chain of command has shifted. Christian Horner oversees the sporting strategy, Helmut Marko manages the youth and driver programs, but the ultimate authority now rests with Red Bull president and majority shareholder Chalem Uvidia. Betting on Liam Lawson means backing a driver from a smaller market, New Zealand, who lacks major sponsorships and would need to be paid, albeit modestly. On the performance front, he may be no closer to Max Verstappen's level in the RB20 than Perez is. In fact, this summer's simulator tests reportedly showed that neither Lawson, Tsunoda, nor Ricciardo could match the Mexican's lap times in the notoriously tricky car. This leak was crucial in tipping the scales toward Perez's retention. For now, those expecting Perez's exit may have to wait, as he holds a contract through 2025. Unless Red Bull makes a last-minute switch, never entirely off the table, it appears he'll be sticking around. Red Bull team boss Christian Horner was seen exiting the Williams motorhome at the Brazilian GP, sparking reports that Red Bull is eyeing Franco Colapinto for 2025. The Argentine driver has made a strong impression since his F1 debut, though his seat at Williams will go to Carlos Sainz next season. Currently without a confirmed drive for 2025, Colapinto might find a new opportunity if Sergio Perez's performance continues to wane, potentially positioning the young talent as a prime candidate for Red Bull. Former F1 driver Karun Chandhok has warned Franco Colapinto against a potential move to Red Bull, suggesting it could destroy him. Red Bull would reportedly need to pay Williams $20 million to acquire the impressive academy driver, who has already turned heads in the F1 paddock. Despite Colapinto's undeniable speed, a challenging São Paulo Grand Prix saw him wreck his FW46 in a second crash during the event. Chandhok believes that given Colapinto's raw talent, it would be wiser for Red Bull to place him in their junior team rather than thrust him directly into the main lineup. Chandhok shared his thoughts on the Sky Sports F1 podcast. He's clearly very quick, clearly very talented. I think we'll all admit, including Williams, that it's been a bit of a surprise, because his junior Formula record didn't suggest he's going to be as good as he has been, and maybe he is well suited to an F1 car or the style of driving, but I think it'd be a mistake to put him in a Red Bull. I think it's too early. I think if they were talking about putting him in an RB, I think that'll be a good, sensible choice and a career progression for him. If they put him in a Red Bull alongside Max, it could destroy him. I think it'd be too soon. Jos Verstappen publicised his preferred choice for Max Verstappen's Red Bull teammate in 2025, and it's not necessarily aligned with Max's own. Liam Lawson might be in line for a Red Bull promotion if he impresses in the season's final 3 races. Verstappen Sr. has voiced his support for the young Kiwi, telling Viaplay, "I think Lawson is doing very well. It seems logical to me that he is ready to step up. Let him finish this season and build confidence, and then the team has to decide what they do for next year. I certainly don't oppose that," Lawson replacing Perez. "It's better if there is someone who is competitive and pushes Max forward a bit. That always helps. But we'll see." As recently as September, championship leader Max Verstappen made it clear he wants Sergio Perez to remain his teammate, and adding that a lineup change was not on the table. Which Verstappen should Red Bull listen to? Tell us who you're siding with in the comment section down below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Thanks for watching.